Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to another podcast. Here we are again.
Here we go. Oh, do that
Every
all the time.
But I must say, here we are again every time.
Yeah,
then.
maybe. Yeah, maybe we need to think of a new phrase so I can find a new song.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Roll the intro.
Hello, and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
The podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning, and married life. Okay, back again for another podcast.
Yay.
Still on the high from your wedding.
Still pregnant.
Were you going to be pregnant for a couple more months, Hayley?
Yeah, got a while left.
Yeah. Well, 6 weeks.
6.5.
6.5 weeks. So you're still going.
Yeah.
And we actually are one episode off doing 52 episodes.
I can't believe, and that means it would actually be my original wedding date.
Well, not quite, because the 52nd episode will go out on the 3rd.
Yeah.
Of October.
The following week would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does work. It would be the 10th.
Yeah.
That would be like a year.
Yeah.
On. But obviously the days all changed. So it's not exactly the same.
Everything changed.
But yeah, so it's nearly our 52nd episode. Last week was our 50th episode. We didn't even realise because we recorded the last two close together.
Yeah.
So we didn't even realise that it was the 50th episode. So happy 50th episode, although this is 51. But yeah, can't believe we've actually stuck at it for 50 episodes. And also we've got a few new watchers, actually. We're getting a few more watchers on YouTube, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, for watching. And for those who have been watching since we started, thank you so much for your support and listening. I know there are people who listen as well. So thank you for listening and watching. We really appreciate it. We just enjoy having a chat, talking about weddings. We will talk about other things as well as sort of life progresses, but we won't stop talking about weddings because we'll have friends that will get married. We'll go to different weddings. We'll talk about the cool things we've seen.
Yeah. We love weddings.
Trends, all sorts. We'll never stop talking about weddings. But obviously we will talk about different things like being a wife, the pains of being a wife sometimes. We were literally just talking about it. And, obviously Hayley's having a baby, so, babies and motherhood and all that kind of stuff. So we will sort of branch off into bits of stuff like that as well. We won't sort of stay mainly on weddings as we have up until now.
Yeah.
But we definitely will. We definitely will still talk about weddings because I'm sure there's going to be loads of trends and loads of different things that are going to come up in the next.
That we'll wish we could have done.
Yeah. And talking about that, today's episode is things that you would have done differently at your wedding.
Yep.
And I'll talk about bits that I would have done differently as well. But obviously mine was 2 years. So it feels like a bit of a whirlwind and like a dream since then. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Whereas for you, it's a little bit more fresh.
Just a little.
Yeah. So talk us through it then. Is there anything off the top of your head? Maybe do you want to go through day by day, or do you day by day?
Day by day.
Sort of time, the times of the day, or do you want to just sort of give me some random ones that you can think of?
Well, the first one, which we've all agreed on,
is
that I should have booked an August wedding originally.
100%.
I love autumn and these lovely cold mornings we're having at the moment.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And like the sunshine, this is just peak Hayley. It's dark at 7:30.
Pumpkins are out.
Yeah.
It's
there's a literal field opposite where our horse lives that is covered in pumpkins.
Yeah. Lamps and candles and
all of it. Yeah. All of it. And I love it.
I've got a little electric fire in my lounge, and I don't put the heater on because it's just like a fan heater. Yeah. I just have it for the aesthetic, but I do put the lights on.
And it's cozy.
And it just makes it so cozy.
Yeah, I love it. So I love autumn.
Yeah.
However, another 2-3 weeks on, it's dark a lot earlier.
Yeah.
It's significantly colder.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking last year, no, this is perfect. I love it. But actually, our August wedding was elite. And I am glad that it was moved to August.
I could not agree more. And we sort of, I think we tentatively, when we first had this conversation, we tentatively both were like, what did you think?
Yeah.
And we both then just sort of were like, no, it was better.
Yeah, 100%. And Mom said it. Ellis has said. Ellis always wanted a summer wedding, in fairness. I'm glad it wasn't peak heat wave.
No.
But yeah, everyone has said it was the right thing, having it then.
100%.
We were so lucky with the weather as well.
Yeah.
And I know that is just luck of the draw.
And it wasn't too hot. It was like the perfect temperature that you didn't need a jacket.
No.
You weren't, like, I wasn't cold at all.
No, but people were sat outside, like,
right
late
to the
enough.
end, really, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, comfortable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, loved it. That is the one thing that I'm glad. Obviously, I did do it, but in hindsight, I would have booked it then originally.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting that, isn't it? Because you were so set on that October wedding.
So set on it. And because I wanted the brighter colours as well, originally I was just doing dark green and burnt orange. And I wanted these bright colours, but I was like, no, it's an autumn wedding. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, do whatever colour you want at whatever time of year.
Yeah.
You don't have to go with the trends. But I wasn't going to. And then I could add in my bright pinks, my bright yellow, like what was like an orangey yellow.
Yeah. That super bright orange. Yeah. It made it pop. And against the dark green dresses.
Looked so good.
It did. Because we'd obviously picked the dresses in mind that it was going to be an autumn wedding.
Like this time last year.
Yeah. And so initially it was like that. Oh, is the dark green going to go? Because they are quite autumn winter, aren't they? The dresses. Because they're like heavy beaded dresses. And they're absolutely stunning. And you wore one for mine, but the colour
made it easier.
Made it feel brighter and lighter, whereas ours did feel darker. But actually, with that pop of colour against it, it made them, they were perfect. You didn't think at all like, oh, dark green for a summer wedding.
No, they
like,
look great.
Perfect, absolutely perfect.
I loved them.
So now my sort of colour theories are kind of going out the window.
Yeah.
I think so long as you have, if you want those dark colours but you want it in summer, add a bit of a bright colour to it and perfect.
Looks great, yeah. No,
so,
I loved it.
Yeah, no, it all worked out for the best, I think.
Yeah.
You know, what was essentially quite stressful to begin with actually turned out to be perfect.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of stress with it. However, I didn't actually do any of it. Like I've said it before, Ellis did do all the rearranging.
Yeah.
Because I just could not figure out, I couldn't see it working.
Yeah.
I couldn't see everyone being available.
You just wanted to bury your head in the sand and just not accept that you had to do it, I think, is what the case was. So Ellis had to sort of take on that.
100%.
It's fine, we'll sort it. And it all was perfectly fine. But I understand why you felt the way you did.
Yeah.
It's quite overwhelming to sort of move an entire wedding.
Yeah. It was.
But it was definitely the right
decision.
decision.
If the invites hadn't gone out literally 2 or 3 weeks before, I think I probably wouldn't have been as stressed.
No.
But I'd just done the invites.
Yeah, and to be fair, like 95% of the people could attend.
Yeah. Oh, that's one thing I would change, actually.
Yeah.
Being pressured to send out the invites early. I wouldn't have been pressured to have done that. I would have waited until the day I wanted to send them out.
So when did you want to send them?
I was trying to be a bit more traditional. So I think mine went out 8 months early. 8 months before the original date.
Really?
Yeah, because I had so many people asking me questions.
Gosh.
And trying to book stuff and trying to do the other. And I was like, well, I'm fed up of giving you all the information. So here's the information.
But I remember having this conversation actually with you because I remember I sent mine out at 6 months, which I felt was perfect.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying that you wanted them out, and we had that conversation
I think
about
to stop having the questions.
Fair enough.
In hindsight, I think that's probably why I did it.
Yeah.
But I wish I stuck to what you did.
Yeah.
Or what tradition's probably is like 6 weeks.
Tradition is like 3 months.
No, I probably wouldn't do that.
No.
But just to say, there is enough time.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
It will be fine. There is enough time. Because then in the new situation, they had even less time anyway, and it was perfectly fine.
Yeah. I think people do just panic, especially like aunties and uncles and stuff. They just panic that there's not, they're not going to get a room and they just want to get it sorted. It's like a tick list.
It was on both sides of both families.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even just like I could say one auntie or one uncle.
No.
It was every auntie and uncle.
Which is funny, isn't it? Because majority of weddings now you have to book a hotel for.
Yeah.
So,
but I think maybe that's different.
Yeah.
Did people used to get married closer to home before?
Yeah, definitely. 100%
I think
they
our
did.
generation have spread out more as well.
Oh, yeah. And I guess like it depends on the family, doesn't it? Like obviously Sam's moved down from Manchester. So like for all of his family, it was quite a long way. We've got family that live in the north, and for them it was quite a long way. So you're conscious of that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I had any questions about it.
No, but I think maybe Sam's family just got on with it. I don't know. And our family could have stayed at home if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think
they didn't.
No,
but they could have.
Yeah, I think, and also, I mean, I don't know why people would ask you questions and want to know the answer to that. I don't know. But yeah, I think you're right. I think 6 months is the perfect amount of time.
Yeah. I think destination wedding obviously different.
Yeah, because you've got to
totally
save
different.
and book flights and stuff like that. But 6 months is plenty of time.
Yeah.
And you save the dates out. Like.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Next one.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's loads of things I can think of.
Okay, I'll do one for my wedding then.
Okay.
For me, I wouldn't have 9 bridesmaids. As much as I love every single one of those people who was by my side, and I couldn't take one away. Don't ask me to take one away because I couldn't.
Yeah.
But in an ideal world, I wouldn't have had 9 of them.
Why?
Because I didn't get to spend individual time with each one of them.
On the day?
Yeah. And they all had their groups, and you kind of just, which I loved because, everybody was like with their people, but you kind of just are going in between, I guess, different stages of the day you're with different people.
Yeah.
But I just didn't feel like I could give everybody my time and attention, and I couldn't involve people. I mean, not that I would, I never really do involve, if I'm doing something, I'm doing it on my own.
Yeah, you are like that.
But I don't, feel like I would never say to people, don't have 9 bridesmaids. If you want 9 bridesmaids, do it. Maybe what I mean is I would have put aside time to spend with each person.
Yeah.
Or I would have done like something leading up to the wedding.
With them. Yeah, like have a night even if it's part of your creative stuff, but having a night doing making a thing with some of them, making another thing with us. Yeah, because that was quite nice, wasn't it, for me? Obviously one did live quite far away, so she still does.
Yeah.
So she couldn't get involved as easily.
Yeah.
But the ones that live close, there was a night where I was like, right, I just needed a bridesmaids night, and we were meant to sort loads of stuff. Yeah. We didn't. We sat and chatted most of the night, and it was lovely.
No, it was really lovely. But I never wanted to put anybody out. I never wanted to I don't ask. I'm not going to ask you to come and help me do this. I'll just do it. So, I think
that
in hindsight, I would make more of a thing with each person.
Yeah, I like that. On the bridesmaids thing, I think from your wedding, I think as bridesmaids, we should have made more of a big deal about you. Because you could see you'd gone quiet.
Yeah, I wish I'd have dedicated somebody to be
hype girl,
bring the energy up.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think we should have.
Out the way.
I think we should have done that.
Yeah, I wish I'd have had I just wish I'd have given people jobs. I think because everybody was minding their own business, getting themselves ready.
I think they were just trying to keep
Cooper. Stop.
Everyone was trying to keep themselves to themselves, so your day went how you wanted it to.
Yeah.
Rather than being let's boost the energy. We on the bus. You weren't there though. Then you had gone with Dad, hadn't you?
Yeah.
We were it had gone a bit quiet, and we were all very oh, it's raining. I wonder how Phil's feeling. And it got really quiet, and we were right, we can't go in feeling like this. So we had a dance.
Yeah.
And that was really good. But we should have done that before we left.
Yeah, I think because we were rushed out because the bus situation. I then was a bit like, oh, we just need to go.
Yeah.
And then we didn't really have that time to like enjoy the moment.
We're leaving for your wedding.
And like, I'm about to get married.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I don't regret any of that.
No, but it's just something we would do differently.
Yeah.
And I'm the other way round.
Yeah.
Where you were rushing to get out. I would have planned my timings because I didn't plan any of it.
God, I wish you'd have planned your timings. I really do. I mean, it wasn't a problem. It really wasn't.
No.
And everything went absolutely fine.
But no one else knew what I thought was happening.
But Hayley just kind of had loosely made this plan of the morning and had not really told anybody.
I think because on our, like from Bertsmorton, they did a timings of the whole day.
Yeah.
I didn't break down the smaller timings.
Yeah.
And I didn't, it wasn't until you were asking me, I was like, oh yeah, I probably should know that answer.
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue. And I didn't have a clue on how long those things would take.
Yeah.
How much time I should have allocated to them.
Yeah.
So that is definitely advice I'd give to another bride.
Yeah. I would.
Don't go over the top. Don't be like, Army.
No, but I would. It's things like we needed to leave the house and you were getting a little bit overwhelmed because you were like, people aren't leaving the house. There's stuff everywhere. Like, what's going on? And I was kind of a bit like, well, I think we'd briefly mentioned that we needed to leave at 11, but I don't think it was like, at this time we need to leave and at this time we need to do that, which is absolutely fine. It was like, none of it was an issue.
Yeah, in my head, I was going to send a WhatsApp out to all the bridal party, so including parents, of timings of the day of what I needed everyone to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Fair. I mean, like I said, it didn't really matter.
No, but it would have been useful for everyone.
It was just things like you didn't know when, like
when Dad was coming over.
You just assumed that somebody would have just sorted it, and I was like,
I think I thought I'm princess for a day.
Which you are. But if you want things done.
Yeah.
But the thing is I say, like, with work, I have to always assume that people don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so I always go above and beyond to make sure that everything's spelled out. So it's like, you can't ask me questions because I've told you everything you need to know.
Yeah, it's good.
And then if you are asking me a question, sorry, that's on me. I've done something wrong. So I always make sure that everything is spelled out to the letter. And that's sort of how I do everything.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I think that's where I was like, do you know what time this is? And do you know what time that is? And you were like, no.
And
I was
really.
like,
yeah,
fine. Yeah, I think, like we said, everything was fine, but it would have been easier.
Yeah. I think the biggest takeaway for me, and I was thinking about like my next thing, everything would have been better if I'd have just got on with it all and done it all and planned it all a bit more, not loads, like don't go completely crazy. But things like I never really asked the church for ages about the song I wanted to walk down the aisle to, and I was worrying about it.
Yeah.
And because the communication was quite slow, if I'd just called someone, it would have been fine, and I would have worried less.
Yeah, I think there was parts of it you were in your own head about it all.
Yeah.
So you just were burying your head a little bit, which I completely understand. You know, with everything you were doing and planning a wedding plus getting ready for a baby, like you literally, I mean, you didn't really do anything for the baby before the wedding.
I didn't do anything.
So you kind of just were like, me. Like you just kind of let go of everything and like it was, I can't stress this enough. Everything was perfect. Yeah. And there was nothing wrong with any of the day.
No.
It's just that these are the things that would have made it.
Just made my life a bit easier. Meant you wouldn't have had questions asked. Yeah. All those kinds of. Most of it comes down to just organisation.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Everything so
which
far,
is normally
just a bit more planning.
Your strong point, organisation.
Yeah, no, I have buried my head in the sand with organisation. That's going to be the quote of the podcast. Buried my head in the sand with all organisation. I am buying those planners that we were talking about the other day.
Oh, what's it? Productivity planner.
Yeah, the productivity planner. What's her name again?
Grace Beverley.
Yeah.
If you've not read Grace Beverley's book, Working Hard or Hardly Working, something like that. Grace Beverley is an entrepreneur and like content creator. She's amazing. She's just a really successful.
I didn't realise she was the Tala lady.
Yeah, she owns Tala. She's an incredibly successful person. I think she also owns Shreddy.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. So she's very, very successful. Started a business at uni, and she now has multiple businesses.
Yeah,
like
she's
really
really inspirational.
successful. Yeah, but she has a really amazing way of being productive, which is actually, I sort of subconsciously am taking that on.
Yeah, you are.
Like, I always have a master list. I always call it a master list of everything that I need to do. I don't necessarily put everything on the master list, but on that list is the things that do need to get done at some point.
Yeah.
And then I have a daily list, which is the things that need to get done today.
Yeah.
So, like, I do this with work as well. So I'll, like, in the mornings, or, like, I've already done it for tomorrow, is I've written a few things that I need to get done tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's, like, on my list. It's not always urgent, but it's always there.
Yeah.
And then I cross it off if I'm moving it to another day.
Yeah.
And I highlight it if I've done it.
Yeah, so good.
And that's partly taken from one of my work colleagues. She taught me parts of it, but partly taken from Grace's productivity method. And it's all about being more productive with your time. Now, I'm not an expert. I am a massive procrastinator.
Yeah.
Like, I spend hours procrastinating and just don't get things done that I should be getting done. But I almost think that and I sometimes can't write a list because I find it too overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I'm in a good place at the minute where I can write lists and I'm finding them quite useful.
Yeah.
And especially with work, because I've forgotten things in the past at work and then been absolutely devastated that I've made a mistake.
I know.
So I now am really conscious to always write everything down.
Yeah.
And then I know that I will not forget anything.
Yeah. That's what I always used to be like that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I used to be I had lists of lists, ridiculous. And I'm just not that anymore. And I know I'll get back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen those and they would have been useful.
Yeah.
Definitely would have been useful.
You can do it. You can do the same sort of thing in your own way, though.
Oh, of course you could. You could do that on a notepad.
Yeah.
But they look cute.
They are really aesthetic.
And
I
also,
like the burgundy one.
Yeah, I like those ones. I think sometimes having a nice notebook. I've always been a stationery gal.
Yeah.
Do like my fresh stationery.
But then my problem is I can't use it, because what if I only do it for 2 days
and then you don't go
and then
back
I don't go back to it?
Well, I started a gratitude like diary journal type thing. I started that at the beginning of the year and I was so good at it. I did it every Sunday to like reflect on the week. And then when I found out I was pregnant, my brain was so mangled, I stopped doing it from then.
Yeah.
And now it's pissed me off that I haven't done the whole year.
Yeah, I start my years with good intentions. Like, I did the whole 111 portal in January where you like write it all down 11 times and all that kind of stuff. And I will do a vision board for every year, I think. I think I'll always keep that up.
Yeah.
Like, I've done a vision board for every year. I've ticked off 2 things on my vision board because this was like a goal-orientated vision board.
Yeah.
So one of them I definitely can't do, which is do a high rocks.
No, well, that's out of your control.
Yeah.
You tried.
I could still do one, but I've not trained for it. So, like, Birmingham tickets have come back up. But
do it.
Well, I've got no one to go with and I haven't trained for it in a month. Can't do it. So next year I'll do a high rocks. But I did my half marathon. I bought a dog.
Who was sitting on my feet and giving me no room.
On there was 1,000 Confetti conversation subscribers / followers. So come on, guys. Follow.
3 months.
You got 3 months to get 1,000. Who knows? We might. If you did blinking social media, we would have been there ages ago.
Who? Doug? You?
All I needed to do is just do some videos. So on your maternity leave,
I'll be bored. No, I won't. But
you won't be bored. But when the baby's asleep, you'll make. This is what I mean. Hayley used to be really good at stuff like this, and she would just do everything like in a second. But pregnancy brain. Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about organisational. Oh, because we're talking about you being a bit more organised for the wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah. Please, everyone, like, comment, subscribe. We want to get to that 1,000 followers. And please, will you tell Hayley to put stuff on TikTok and Instagram?
Yeah, but the people who we know who do listen, tell me.
Thank you.
Like our cousin messages me every time.
Thank you. I appreciate you a lot because I try. To be fair, whilst you were planning the wedding, like close up to planning the wedding, I've left you alone. I haven't asked you for a while to do it.
But I learned something.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is not related to weddings, but I need to tell Phil now because she'll really appreciate this. So, with this is about being eco-friendly, and this is weird where I'm getting here, but it's about being eco-friendly and being more sustainable. And obviously, AI is not sustainable and not good for the environment in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
However, we've been talking pensions. This is life things. We've been talking about them. You can speak to your pension provider and make sure that the investments that your pension is growing in, if you have it as an investment, is within sustainable projects. So like renewable energy and things like that.
Wow.
Rather than like crude oil. I know.
I love that.
So I'm going to call Scottish Widows and just check what mine are doing, just to make sure.
Well, all of my pensions are all over the place. As soon as I'm in a place to look at it, I need to sort mine out.
Yeah, but I knew it was on your to-do list. That's where this has come from.
It is. It's on my big to-do list along with sort my name change out. But I think I need to go to a real lawyer. A real lawyer? That's not what I meant. Sorry, Hicks. I think I need to go to a lawyer who can sit me down and do it with me.
Yeah.
Because I can't get Hicks and Debbie in the same room again.
No.
So I'm going to have to go pay a lawyer basically to do it and take someone with me to do it.
That's so annoying.
But I've already paid for it, so I have to do. I mean, it was only 40 quid, but I have to get it done.
Yeah, I need to get my name change done with places like the doctors.
Yours is easy as hell. You literally just say to the doctors, don't you?
I think you have to show them.
Oh, I said to the dentist, I've changed my name.
Things like that are easier, but like, I don't know about the doctors actually, but certain places you have to send it off for.
You need to do your passport before your baby's born.
Mm-hmm. It's like £75 for your passport.
Yeah, but you will be on the birth certificate as Hayley Evans.
No, I know. I'm going to check what I need for when I go and register her.
Yeah.
To make sure it's all right.
Yeah.
So.
Because if it's driving license isn't too bad.
Yeah, like 20 quid to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So driving license wouldn't be a problem, but you really do need to get your...
Yeah, so that's going on my big list.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not talking about productivity. We're talking about things we changed about the wedding.
Okay.
Although we were talking about your organisation, which is one thing we would change about the wedding.
So if you're going to plan a wedding, get a productivity planner or create one yourself. So the other thing I was thinking about that I would have changed, but it wasn't planned, but I would have just avoided it.
Yeah.
And Georgie Mitchell talked about it on her video today about like lineups. Like I don't know if it's got a proper name. She gave it a proper name. I can't remember what it's called, but we didn't intend on doing like a meet and greet with every guest.
No.
It's only because the drinks weren't ready because we were running so on time. We were technically early.
Yeah. So did you walk into the drinks reception first then?
Yeah, everyone, because we did down the confetti line.
And then you went back up.
And then you went into church.
Yeah, you walked straight out to
carried on, yeah. And no matter where we would have stopped for that first drinks reception, it would have ended up us saying hello to everyone. Yeah. We almost needed someone to tell us to go off.
I feel like, what would have worked really well is if you and your photographer had gone off and done some shots straight away.
That's exactly what Georgie said on her video today, and I totally agree.
Because that's what we did. We had obviously it was raining, we were at a church, it was slightly different.
Yeah.
But we had some photos together walking down, and then we did the confetti, then everybody went off to the venue.
Yeah.
We stayed and did some photos. So by the time we got there,
everyone was already in.
Everybody was in and had a drink, and then we could sort of mill around and walk around.
Yeah, and that's exactly what she said on this video, and I totally agree with it, because it was nice to say hello to everyone, but it was like
some people would want to talk, and then you're holding people up.
Yeah, it was more there was a queue to come in and say hello to me and Ellis, and then the drinks were ready. So then
people were going back out again.
Yeah, it was just a bit weird, and we didn't need to no. But then it did mean we said hello to every single one of our guests. So it was nice in that way. But then by like guest number 4, like what are they saying that's any different, and what are we saying that's any different?
It almost should be like an etiquette thing where you just literally say hello, congratulations, and move on.
Yeah, or just don't do it.
I mean, I wouldn't personally do it. I don't think it's necessary.
It was accidental.
Yeah.
We didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
It's just how it
How you
happened.
ended up being.
Yeah. And it was fine. Like, it was fine, but I wouldn't plan it into a day.
No, it wouldn't be your choice.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Fair.
So that was one thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another one now. Oh, group shots is one thing I would do slightly differently.
Okay.
Is the only reason being is you do group shots because I feel like you've got to do some group shots.
Yeah.
And like you tick off the family ones.
Yeah.
But I made it too like, right, come on. I should have just enjoyed it a bit more.
The thing is, it's really difficult, isn't it? Because like it's like herding cats.
Yeah.
And it worked quite well for me actually because nobody could go anywhere.
Yes.
So everybody and
we
like
did it in the church.
We literally announced we're having group shots now, so all family stayed.
Yeah.
And also people were waiting for confetti, so everybody had to kind of just mill around.
It didn't take long.
And but I understand it is a bit of a chore.
Yeah.
Because you're just stood there. They're formal photos. They're not like the photos you're going to print off and put around your house. They're just the formal ones that you want to have because it's a traditional thing to have.
Yeah.
And you'd be sad if you didn't have them.
Yeah.
But you don't need them.
No, that was the only thing.
Yeah.
About that bit. We talked about it when I talked about the table plan. Obviously, listening to what it should be.
Yeah,
I would have just done that correctly.
Yeah, just a conversation. Like, and I think
it was probably a bury my head in the sand situation.
Yeah, and I think you were like, "This is what I want," and I think you just didn't ask whether it was possible. You just did it.
Yeah,
and then you just were like, I mean, again, it really didn't matter. Like, none of this matters at all. That you just were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do this, and it'll be fine."
Yeah.
And I mean, it should have been fine, but whatever. Like, it annoyed me at the time, but it's nothing you can do about it. But I do, I think if you weren't dealing with not in a negative way, dealing with all the things that you're dealing with, you would have just had that conversation.
It literally was a conversation.
But obviously, you've got a lot going on. Your brain is
mush.
Yeah, dealing with a lot of different things. So I think, everyone will give you grace for that.
Yeah. So that was another one. There was one other thing I thought of just. Oh, I really wish I'd made more of a thing of having like a bit of a dance and a party with you, Dad and Mom.
Yeah.
And Mom said herself she wished she got on the dance floor and
that's her own fault though, because she feels like she has to entertain.
She feels like she has to entertain and host.
Yeah.
And she's very good at it.
Yeah, she is.
And she does enjoy speaking to the people she was speaking to. She loves chatting to. She doesn't see them very often.
No, and she loves that part of it.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have time to do both.
Yes. But I wish we had a bit more like family time.
Yeah, I agree.
And like say I'm with Sam. But obviously it's different because Sam's family were there. And like Mom's cousins and my aunties and uncles and Dad's like family who live up north who doesn't see all the time. Mom and Dad's friends, like there's a lot of people for the families to see.
Oh yeah.
It's not just the bride and groom.
No.
And also I think the families are entertaining everyone else because they want the bride and groom to do what they want. Which we did. But yeah, that's another one. Everything else. This is all stuff that it really doesn't matter.
None of it matters at all, but in an ideal world.
It's stuff we've talked about since the wedding.
Yeah.
That we were like, oh, it's a shame we didn't do that. Or I wish the other happened. Or, to be fair, the lineup thing on the day, me and Ellis were like, what are we doing?
The other one you said is cake.
Oh, God, yeah.
Wouldn't bother with a cake.
And
I agree.
I would do, like, I'd still have a puddingy table because I like the idea of people having pudding after evening food.
Yes.
But I would do, like, the brownies, the cupcakes, I wouldn't even bother cutting a cake.
No, I'd just do, like, a picky table of sweet treats that they bring out with the food.
Little flapjacks.
Yeah. Just as, like, the little boxes you get from, like, you can get them from anywhere, but... Yeah. Like Aldi do them where it's like little mini flapjacks, little mini brownies,
cornflake cakes,
mini Rocky Road
cookie, like and
millionaire shortbread, like all that kind of stuff, mini cookies, mini gingerbread men, like all of those kind of things that you just have together. No, I totally agree with you.
It was just awkward. I was worried that one of us were going to smush the cake in the other face by accident, and then it become a war. Like, I was really like, here you go.
Oh, yeah. Sam licked the knife, and I've got this really horrible photo of him licking the knife. Oh, I hate it so much. But he thought it was funny, and none of us found
No one
it funny.
finds anything other than cutting a cake and giving each other a little bit of cake. Nothing else is funny at a cake cutting.
No.
Smushing someone's face in it, like that way, doing it in their face, like, no, none of that is funny. It's not entertaining. I saw a video of a couple having a full-on brawl with cake on their wedding day.
No.
Like, that is embarrassing for both of you.
Yeah.
Get the fuck up. Sorry, I think I feel quite passionately about.
She really, really doesn't like
Don't
cake.
do the cake cutting.
But, like, there's a place for cake if you want cake. There's a place for...
I always want cake.
Yeah, but, like, I didn't find it that awkward. I didn't find it a problem. I enjoyed it. Like, it was the only bit of cake I ate from my cake. Like, I didn't find it a weird experience. And I do think there's a place for cakes in the sense that there's, like, meaning behind it. And people, you know, it can be quite like a spectacle, a cake.
Oh yeah, and we had a very simple cake. If you had like a really flamboyant cake, I'm sure it's probably more impressive.
So there is a place for cake.
Our cake wasn't even like, so we had two of the same cake, but one was just left in the kitchen to feed everyone.
Yeah.
So our cake didn't look that impressive. It was great that Charlotte puts flowers on for us.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like, it looked lovely, but yeah. Cake wasn't your priority at all, and that's fine, but to some people it is. Some people want a big fancy cake, and that's fine.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you think that's it?
I think so.
Which is amazing. There's not a lot.
No.
And nothing monumental, only little tiny things.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just loved it. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, God, I would relive mine. When you get your video back, you won't stop watching that.
Yeah.
You won't stop watching that. I literally watched the reel about 100 times. Like, couldn't stop watching it. So yeah, no,
it's so much fun.
It is fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's so lovely. Okay, I think that's it for today. Quite a nice short one for the fact that there isn't too much to think about.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. But I think what I would like to do is I would like to talk about on the year what would have been the day before your wedding.
Yeah.
Original wedding.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about how you would have made it an autumn wedding.
Okay.
So so we've got one episode in between that, but on that episode I'd like to talk about how you would have made it an autumn wedding and things that would have been different, and sort of how your planning was geared towards it being an autumn wedding.
Yep.
And the adjustments you would have put in place for that.
Yep.
And then I have no idea what we'll talk about next week, but it'll be something.
We need to get Ellis on.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get him on next week.
No, he's working.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It might be Ellis next week. It might not be Ellis next week, but we need to get some podcasts recorded before the baby comes along, because then we're going to lose Hayley for a few weeks, I'm sure. So.
Yep. Or it's going to take a flipping age to record.
Yeah. Unless we can, get it in between her nap schedules.
Yeah.
We might have to move it back to your house.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we can bulk record a few,
we're
then
getting it done.
Yeah. We'll figure out what we're going to do and how the next sort of couple of episodes are going to look. But we are going to keep talking about the wedding, I think.
Yeah.
For the time being, because there's a lot still to talk about, I'm sure. And yeah, some other planning-y bits that we haven't talked about in the past. We've talked about a lot, but I'm sure there's other things that we can talk about.
Yeah.
Fab. All right then. Well, for now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.